Before moving on past chi-square, because we're basically done with it, I thought it would be a good idea to have one more day of practice on chi-square for you guys. So I thought instead of going through like a different set of notes, that I would just go through a little bit of a homework check so that you guys could go back to your old homeworks that you've turned in, see where you might have made a mistake or check your answers at least. So what I did is from like the past 3 homeworks, I just chose one problem from each, and I'm going to go through and do those. Probably a video or 2 per question. So this first question I'm going over was on the 331 assignment. This one is talking about how Apple claims that 52% of its profit comes from phones, 15 from computers, 13 from tablets, 20 from software. We want to conduct a chi-square test to see if these claims are accurate. So she collects profit data from Apple stores in Northeast Ohio and compiles their sales. So this first table right here is the observed data that we have, okay? So we have $45 million for phones, 20 million for computers, 10 million for tablets, 25 for software. What we need to do is we need to fill out the expected value table, okay? So what we can do, we know that we're taking profits out of $100 million. So it's pretty easy for us then to say, okay, our total is 100 million. So now all you need to do is to take 52% of 100 million, 15% of 100 million, 13% of 100 million. And that would be the values in this table. Okay. When you're doing this in your calculator, though, let's not use millions because our numbers would be huge. I'm just going to use things out of like 100. So phones, 52% of the profit comes from phones. So I know that 52 million should be from phones. That's my expected profit from phones out of $100 million. Computers, it says 15% of profit was from computers. So 15 million I should expect to earn from computers. Tablets is 13%, so 13 million. And then finally 20% from software, so 20 million. So this is my expected values. Now you take your observed and your expected and you fill out the tables, okay? So our categories, we have phones, computers, we have tablets, and then we have software. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out our expected values, or our observed, excuse me. So for observed for phones, we had 45. For computers, we had 20. Tablets, we had 10. Software, we had 25. And our total was 100 million. Now I fill in my expected values. So I should have expected 52 from phones, 15 from computers, 13 from tablets, 20 from software, and that will also give you 100 million. Now you take your O minus your E. So in this first one, we do 45 minus 52, that's negative 7. 20 minus 15 is 5. 10 minus 13 is negative 3. 25 minus 20 is 5. And then 100 minus 100 is 0. Now we square all these numbers. Remember, any number squared is positive, even if it's negative. So negative 7 squared is positive 49. 25, positive 9, 25. And we don't need to add those up. It won't really tell us anything. Finally, for our last box, we take our O minus E squared and divide it by the E. So over here, you would do 49 divided by 52. So 49 divided by 52 is 1.96. 25 divided by 15, 1.67. 9 divided by 13 is 0.69. And 25 divided by 20 is 1.25. And now add all those together. So 1.96 plus 1.67 plus 0.69 plus 1.25 is 5.57. So that is our chi-squared value. Whatever we get in this last box in the table is our chi-squared.